Jesus is giving us non-negotiable terms of discipleship. My second point on your outline here is he tells us that we must bear our cross. We must bear our cross. Now, what does he mean by that? Well, one thing he's saying is he's not talking about a minor inconvenience or even just the everyday struggles of life. Think about what it meant in his day to say that. In his day, the cross was an instrument of torture, of humiliation, and of death. When he told his original disciples that, he was telling them, embrace a death march. Sign up to die. Bear your cross. He's saying, surrender totally your own rights. All your comforts, even life itself, if necessary. Jesus, I believe, is still calling his disciples to this same level of commitment. He's calling all those who would be his disciples to lay everything down. Surrender all. Our own ambitions, our own desire, even our own will, and follow him wherever he leads. Now then, in the passage that we just read, he gives two parables. One about a man who's building a tower and another about a king who's going to war. Now, I'm not going to break down these parables that Jesus tells here, but in both cases, we see that Jesus is warning us, and this is my third point on your outline, he's warning us not to follow him lightly. He's not to follow him lightly. Just as a builder sits down and calculates the cost before laying the foundation, and just as a king considers whether he can win a war before he goes and engages in battle, we too must count the cost of discipleship. He's basically saying, consider before you begin whether you really want this. Now, how often do we do evangelism like that? But that's how Jesus did it. Think long and hard before you sign up for what you're signing up for, is essentially what he's saying. Because there's a great cost that comes with it. Today the message is come to Jesus and everything's going to be perfect. That wasn't Jesus' message. Jesus said, come to me and bear your cross. There's a significant cost. And then he gives these parables for them to understand. Do you really want this? Is what he's really saying. Count the cost of discipleship. Following Jesus is not something that we enter into flippantly, was his point. He wants to be very clear. It's a lifelong commitment that will cost us everything. And that's my fourth